the volume with which agents can transact with each other is like way higher than the commerce volume that humans have been able to generate.
Machines are transacting between machines or to businesses or humans, then it's very difficult to stovepipe those machines onto an existing, say, credit card system.
Of how can you just delegate and give a payment method to your agent and then say, oh, you need to buy a domain name? Great, here's how you do it. Oh, you need to buy some data? Great, here's how you do it. And be able to do that all within that contained environment. And like,
the next AI platform war might not be fought by big tech at all. Let's talk about who's actually building AI right now. OpenAI, Google, Meta, Anthropic, all of these companies with tens of thousands of engineers spending billions of dollars on setting up data centers, all racing towards the same thing. But something that has seriously caught my eye has actually come from a company without any AI product, without any consumer product, and zero data centers. I am talking about the world's largest stablecoin company responsible for issuing USDT, Tether. And honestly, as soon as I heard about it, the first question which ran to my mind is, why is a stablecoin company building AI? Honestly, it just sounded like a company with too much money, feeling like they are missing out on the AI narrative. And as I started digging deeper, I realized that really isn't it. And to understand this, we first need to understand how does Tether as a company make money? Why this might have been the most logical step that the company could have taken. $13 billion. Yes, in 2024, Tether ended up with a profit of $13 billion with just 150 employees. Literally brought down the per head employee share to $85 million. I mean, it's insane how much value the early employees would have walked away with. And just to add some scale to this number, this is 300 times the profit per employee compared to Goldman Sachs, and 85 times the profit compared to Nvidia. How do you make one of the most profitable companies on earth without selling software or ads? So this is what actually happens. You give Tether $1, you get 1 USDT in return. Tether takes that dollar and ends up buying US government debt with it. That debt pays some interest, and the USDT token that we have essentially pays us nothing, and the profit we are talking about is this interest that they earn. Imagine doing this a few 100 million times and you end up with $141 billion in US treasuries, making you the 17th largest US government debt holder. Insane, right? Ahead of Germany, ahead of South Korea. Okay, enough about the mechanism of how the stablecoin works. The bigger question is still, why AI? Why is this company building AI? So every AI company technically has the same constraint. Inference costs money. Someone has to pay for the GPUs. So we end up with only two business models. One, where we pay a subscription, or two, where we end up being the product, or maybe a mix of both. You see, just like how Tether doesn't have any software that we are paying for, but the profit comes from the interest. Similarly, their AI solution does not run in a data center. It is meant to run on your phone. So you are the one who's paying for the storage, the compute, the power, which essentially makes their marginal cost to serve almost zero. And honestly, their models are completely open source. A company which has spent a good amount of money on researching and building out their own models, why are they giving it away for free? The answer is because they aren't trying to sell us AI at all. So if you look at Tether's profit equation, it is outstanding USDT into the interest rate which has been decided by the US government. And well, obviously they cannot control the US interest rates. What they can control is the outstanding USDT out there. And they are already past 500 million users. They can probably scale 10 times in a human market. But human beings are a finite resource. But you know what isn't? Agents. The next order of magnitude. And to put it in Tether's CEO Paolo Ardoino's words, sorry Paolo if I butchered your name, we are looking at 1 trillion AI agents in the next 15 years. And another outrageous number is machine transactions outnumbering human transactions 1,000:1. And what does an AI agent need exactly? It needs to buy compute. It needs to pay for data. It needs to hire other AI agents. But of course, the agent can't prove its KYC or open a bank account or sign a card agreement. We need money that is programmable, borderless, and instant. Essentially, the definition of a stablecoin. And we just need more and more AI agents holding USDT. There's all this talk about guardrails and AI safety, but I don't think any sane company would want give access to any of their financial accounts to AI. So agents cannot live in someone else's cloud, not if they are spending our money and not if they are reading our private data. Sure, we can have them ask for permission each time, but we and I both know how frustrating it can be. So honestly, they have to run locally on hardware that we own. And when that happens, we need exactly what Tether is building out here. So the answer to why is the stablecoin company building AI is that they really aren't. They're building a thing that creates a trillion new holders of their currency, and they're getting us to run it on our hardware for free. Demand Generation 101. And this AI project that they have started is called QVAC. It is completely open source. They have shipped vision, text, translate, and a bunch of different models, especially some medical ones which can run simply on your phone with sub-second latencies. I'm working on a project making use of their medical model on my iPhone, which I will be putting out after this one, so stay tuned for that. And honestly, I don't know if there will be a trillion agents or not. Agents might settle in something entirely else. Regulators would certainly have a lot of opinions, and the whole engine is still something which is built upon the interest rates, which nobody can control. I'm just honestly quite happy to see local AI privacy first projects being launched. I truly believe that we'll be seeing a whole rise of local AI in the upcoming years, pertinent to a particular enterprise's problems, more performant, more private, less expensive, and bringing power back to the people. Give me a follow if you want to see more of such content. I'll be back in the next one with a demo of Tether's QVAC AI platform. Stay tuned.